Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Renee. Today we're going to be talking about freedom to create your own life. And I just want to affirm to you that you have the freedom to create the life that you want, and the only person that is holding you back from creating the life that you want, seeing the results that you want, is you. And I see it all the time. I caught it in myself this year, and I worked my way out of a hole after a breakup, after basically my self confidence was destroyed, and, grief of losing a loved one. I worked my way again mentally. I feel like my mind and my spirit was so low, and I haven't felt that low in a long time, and I'm picking myself up, and I feel so much better. So, there are things that you can do to get yourself up again. And one of those things is understanding that you have the freedom to create your own life and to stop putting it in the hands of other people. And, this is your way of exercising basically your divine right, because free will is a divine right. What do I mean? I mean that even God honors our free will. Okay, so it's like a spiritual thing too. Like free will, meaning He respects our free will. We have to respect the free will of other people to live life how they want to live. And you get to exercise your free will in creating the life that you want. Okay, that's kind of deep. I'm gonna let that sink in. I'm gonna let that sink in because I didn't. I love how I'm like I didn't really understand like how powerful that was, because when we're young, especially if we have that like good girl programming and nice girl syndrome, people pleasing, doormat behavior syndrome, whatever you want to call it, once you have that complex, it is like such a conscious thing you have to do all the time to break out of it. And I was no different. I definitely had that thing where I just wanted to please people all the time. I put them above myself. Not to say that there's not a need for community and having that kind of like camaraderie and support for other people, but like with everything, there's a shadow side. There's a dark side to being overly accommodating, overly pleasing, and disregarding yourself, obviously. So, learning to exercise your free will and really understanding that you have the freedom to create the life that you want to live is so true and so powerful. And that's what I want to communicate today in this video. Yeah, so you have the freedom to believe what you want to believe. And as we know, our beliefs shape our life. Nobody can get into your body, into your mind. I mean, people can influence you, but nobody can really make you believe anything you don't want to believe. And nobody can change your beliefs for you. Likewise, if there's something that you want to change in your life, it starts with changing your beliefs about that thing. For example, if you're not happy with one area of your life, I guarantee you there are beliefs behind what is keeping you there in that situation that you need to decode and overcome. That's basically the process of overcoming limiting beliefs. If you want to learn more about this, I am now offering a private coaching where I can give you a personalized plan to improve any area of your life using the process of overcoming limiting beliefs and many other things. Check that out on my website below. But you would be surprised how much your beliefs shape your life. And it takes a lot of self reflection. It takes a lot of brutal honesty with yourself. But from that place, you can then rebuild yourself into the person that you want to be. I promise you. I promise you. My whole life is a testimony of constantly rebuilding, recreating myself and literally my life. So, beliefs about yourself also, you have the freedom to believe whatever it is about yourself that you want to. The first thing is becoming conscious of what those beliefs are so that you can use them to your advantage, not against you. But when I mean that you have the freedom to believe what you want about yourself, that's basically what self esteem is. Self esteem is like knowing, is what you believe you get to have in this life, who you believe you are. That's what self esteem is. So, if you want to learn about how to raise your self esteem in a quick way, put your inner work on turbo speed, check out my program, 30 Days of Empress Energy. This is a 30-day program to upgrade your mentality for the purpose of upgrading your self esteem. Okay, because a low self esteem, trigger warning, I'm just going to say trigger warning. Low self-esteem is behind a lot of very toxic behaviors with ourselves. You know, that's how we get into self-destructive things like addiction. That has to do with your self-esteem. Even trigger warning, domestic violence, staying in a relationship like that and not being able to identify the signs and not having enough respect for yourself to stand on what you want in a relationship and how you want to be treated comes down to your self-esteem. So there are things that you can do to protect yourself in just raising your self-esteem, which is why I'm so passionate about that. That's the whole mission of my channel, because I want to see, that change. I need to see that change because I've been, definitely, I've experienced very negative things because of my low self-esteem in the past. And the transformative work of upgrading your self esteem, upgrading your mentality has been something so invaluable to me. And I learned from other people, other women examples, strong women who overcame those things as well. So that's my, sacred service now to my community, to anybody watching this video and resonating with the things that I say. These works that I'm creating are for you. So only you can decide what you get to have in this life, who you get to be, and you have the freedom to believe what you want about yourself. So if you have a goal and you share it with someone and they're like, you can't do that, that's too expensive. You can't, how are you going to do that? No, you can't. People don't sometimes come out right and say no, but they plant that seed of doubt in your mind. But only you can decide what you can do with yourself, with your life, what you're capable of. You want to go to that school? It's hard to get in. Only you can get yourself in. Nobody else can tell you that you can't get in, okay? So, really choosing to exercise our free will and, creating our life and choosing what we get to believe about ourselves and what we're capable of, because nobody should be able to put that on you. And if you allow other people to do that to you or shape how you think about yourself, that's on you. Unfortunately, we got to take, what I call radical responsibility for our lives. And that's how you become empowered and see results, most importantly. So, freedom to create your own life, convincing other people to co sign on your beliefs is a waste of energy. So, sometimes naturally when we're talking to people, we just talk about things we believe, we say our opinions, we share our views on life. That's the point of conversation. That's how we connect to people. But convincing people, over explaining, trying so hard to be like showing you're right and this and that, like that's a way to waste your energy. So I just wanted to say that because that happens to me sometimes still, even though I'm aware of this. And every time I'm like, why did I do that? Like I could have saved myself time, I could have saved myself energy. So freedom to create your own life, freedom to believe what you want to believe, and likewise respecting other people's free will, other people's beliefs, and freedom to live how they want to live as well. So that rules out trying to control people. Okay? You can't control people. Control is not love, first of all. So if you're really about that spirituality and that life, then you would see that when you try to control someone, when you try to change them, that's not really love. That's not really love. Of course, we always want people to be better. That's a form of, showing our love for them. We want to sometimes feel the need to correct them, make them be better, but at the same time, trying to control people and not accepting them unless they're a certain way can sometimes be the unloving thing to do. So that takes discernment. I'm not saying that's always the case. Use your own judgment. But control is not love. Obsession, not love. Validation, you validate someone and in return they validate you and enable you, not love. All right, so I feel like that's kind of how I learned what love is, by learning what love is not. I could make a whole video on that too. Freedom to create your own life. Don't allow other people to tell you who you are. That's basically what I said earlier in this video. And I can't even read my own handwriting. But, don't allow other people to tell you who you are, what you believe, what you're capable of, and really take that right, your divine right of free will and freedom to live your life how you want to, freedom to believe what you want to believe and create yourself into the person you want to be, period. Because, that's how you leave the planet in a better place, is key. Is key. So let me know if you enjoyed this video. Leave me a like, leave me a comment, and definitely check out my private coaching offer. You have to apply to this. You can't just sign up. So if you're interested in it, definitely read about it in my description below. If you are somebody that wants to work on your mindset in a personalized way with a coach to take you to excellence, okay? To work on creating a life that you desire and not one that you feel you have to live out of obligation or out of feeling like you just can't do certain things. You get to do what you want to do, and it takes leveling up your mind first. If you want to start your inner work journey through journaling and you don't know where to start, I have a Wisdom in Dark Paradise playbook journal available in the description below as well. This is a 5-day writing exercise to help you really reflect and reconnect with your intuition. It's called Wisdom in Dark Paradise. It's below in my description. And I'm also creating a membership program to create more of a sense of community for people that want to continue in their personal development, in their mindset upgrade through journaling. So every month will be a different theme, and it's a membership program, meaning you can come in and leave when you want, but the point is to create a community and grow through our inner work through writing, creative writing, which is what journaling is, with me as your host, as your guide, taking you through that process. I'm publishing it today, so if you're watching this video, you heard it here first. But yeah, just remember that you have the freedom to create your own life and that you are the only person who can control your beliefs, and your beliefs guide your life. I'll leave you guys with that. Leave me a like, a comment if you enjoyed this video, subscribe. Yeah. Bye. I have an entire playlist on videos on how to raise your self-esteem also, if that concept speaks to you.